Well, hello everyone, Dylan here with another LEGO Harry Potter review, and this one's on the Thestral family, or otherwise the brick-built Thestrals here. So on the front of the box here, we have the LEGO Harry Potter logo, same border as all the sets for some time, and then picture of the sets that there are in the Forbidden Forest, and then ages 10 and up, set number 76458 has 458 pieces. Kind of funny how the piece count is kind of similar to the set number. Or, I mean, a little similar to the set number, but not the same, but yeah. Then onto the back side of the box, which see the set in different positions and the posability of the wings and the LEGO logo, set number again, and Lego.com, and there. And now onto the manuals, which get two of in this set, and also naming off the amount of bags that you build in that section, which they've been doing since 2022 or 3. Yeah, probably 22. And obviously to separate it out between different people, the first of which is the transition from plastic bags to paper bags, and also add for the builder app. Backside is just plain LEGO logo and the last building steps for that. And on the back, how to win on the online survey. Then all the pieces that come with the set. And then advertisement for most of the Hogwarts section sets that there are and have been over the last year or two, including the new Herbology Classroom set, which I just reviewed. And then the last building steps then. So first of which is this little side build, which is kind of small, but also does provide plenty of unique pieces to it. Like, as you can see, it's all resting on a large black rounded plate, and then also do have two different clip bricks to that, which, if you're familiar with the, or at least have the Forbidden Forest set from like 1 or 2 years ago, or yeah, from last year, then this which can clip onto that and join in with that. Same with the, and also with the polybag with Draco Malfoy as well. So obviously extend upon that, of course. So like, do you have this mini build, which is probably a pumpkin or something, probably a witch from Hagrid's Pumpkin Patch then. But of course, nice to have these slope pieces in the yellowish orange color. That, and also do have a little bar piece sticking out to be a stem, but also, but at least probably so you can like, and probably to hold on to it or whatever. And then we have this little clip-on kind of piece, and also animal tail piece used as a tree branch, and then also like in that set is the leaf piece in dark blue. Then on top of which is the Technic ball joint sphere, but used as probably some kind of fruit then. Obviously, but also like we also saw in the herbology class of this wave, but yeah. So at least kind of simple build, but it does provide plenty of afterwards. Plenty of things. And now, first of which is the younger juvenile Thestral, which, as you see, kind of an odd, skimpy looking design for that. But obviously, Thestrals are kind of skimpy for how, or kind of thin for that. But also not as much material on them as like last year's Blackbeak set kind of did. But although the legs are a bit technic heavy, but also there's quite a lot of black and dark gray for that, but also some light gray as well. First of which, for the eye, for the head part of which, that the build of which done quite well for how it is. Oh, let me focus in. Okay. As the shaping done quite well for that, and also you have moving mouth down below, and then also those flat studs here, which are actually glow in the dark, and also present on both Thestrals, so at least nice to have some glowing elements onto them, of course. And then the neck of which that's made just a couple various plates and pieces, and then also as for the body part, which does have the little claw pieces from Legend of Chima sets, but in black, which obviously nice to have for mocking, and also give kind of the rib cage kind of effect to it. And then as for all four, the front legs of which just made a few Technic bits to it, and also the like other bond socket joint pieces, and then ending off with the smaller Vixel ones, but with the Italian pieces, but in black for that. And then the back legs of which same kind of similar look to it, but luckily with the different build to it, so obviously give an extra joint look of joints in it. Then also have two of these like bat wing pieces, which have been around for a long time, but I think this might be the first time of them in darkish gray, but maybe they were used prior sets, but I'm not sure. But yeah. And then on the backside, which is this tail build made of several Exoforce clip pieces and these other kind of pieces, but not on the pointy bit to the end, so maybe since Thestrals aren't too dangerous, but yeah. And on, so now on to articulation, is that the head of which does swivel all around. Oh, and also do have nice use of these pieces to acting as the ears for that, and then also have a kind of ratchety joint on the lower neck part, and also do have nice slope piece, and also a little bit of snot going on for the chest for that. And then with all four legs is that goes all around and also kind of swivels at midway, and then also all 4 feet, which move around, and then the wings are on a double joint for that, or just on a hinge joint then. And then the back legs also same kind of posability as well, and tail all around posable, and also a swivel at the top part of it. So that is about it with this juvenile Thestral. And now on to the large adult size Thestral, which obviously quite a bit larger than that. And well, kind of similar look as the juvenile that we just looked at, but luckily a lot more pieces to it, and also different build for the wings for that. Like first of which, with the head here, is a glow-in-the-dark studs again, and also some unique pieces used for the head, like these curved slope pieces, and also some other curved slopes, making give it a kind of unique look to it, and then also a larger plate or clip plate acting as the mouth part of it. And also you have these other large spike tooth pieces also acting as the ears, and also elsewhere, which I'll mention later, and do have some curved slopes as the front chest part to it, and then also do have, as for the top back view, is do have a couple of cheese slopes and also a lot of curved slopes that are in translucent black, and also 1x2 plates in trans black. So I say, so for mocking, that's quite neat for that. So unless if you were to make a mock with a lot of trans black, then it's well workable for that. And as for the side parts of the body part, you have some more of those pieces as well as some of the short versions of it that were on the construction figures of DC and Marvel then. And then also you have the Exoforce robot arms holding the animal tail pieces, but now in black, acting as like extra large version of the rib look to it. And then as for the front legs here, to have these large horn pieces that were previously used on dragons in Ninjago, but at least they which do well work out for this Thestral here, and also do have, and unlike the juvenile one, doesn't have any swivel joints in there, but since has different bits to there to make it more fixed in, and also have some kind of unique look to, or different look to the lower feet for that, where it's a couple of different slopes, and also those pieces, but in a dark bluish gray, holding the little spiky pieces as well, and also on the back parts of the leg as well. And that's for the back legs here. Same kind of pieces, but just turned oppositely, and a different kind of build to it. So these builds, which are kind of technic heavy, but well, obviously to make it have kind of the thin look to them. And then the tail of which, same build as the juvenile one, but a lot longer for that. And then also on here is some more of those, or some more Technic rod pieces going on to it, but this which is for the wing parts. And however, this wing build is kind of like that of the specific molded wing pieces that were used on Smaug the Terrible and the Hobbit theme in 2013, where you can like extend them out like that, but also have like specific cloth pieces, kind of like the construction figure Batman sets kind of did with the capes. But however, that's present on both wings for that. So, and also for both wings had those Technic hinge parts, which we also saw on BD1 in Star Wars sets, but also on last year's Buckbeak set for that. And then by looking at how large the wings are, is quite large for how it is. So almost kind of the same kind of effect as like Buckbeaks, but luckily, but obviously with different pieces for that. And so now for articulation is the head of which is on a single mixel ball joint, so it turns all around, and then also a little ratchet hinge on the lower neck for that, and then the legs of which are single ball joints, both on the large ones and also smaller ones as well. Same with the back legs there. And then the tail, of which all around posable and swivel at the top part. And then the wings of which do have ratchety joints both at that part and also turn like that, or turn vertically, of course. And once again, the wings are also posable with the like small bits to it. So at least, so obviously you can get these in some very good poses for that. So there, we got the wings in their resting positions. And also, kind of too bad that they didn't do that for this juvenile one, since it would have taken a few more pieces to do that, and also, and that would have bumped up the piece count and price point a little more, but whatever. But although these, but once again, still nice to have these bat wing pieces in gray for that, workable for mocking. So for my overall verdict is, I think this would Okay, so overall, I think this is a quite good set, or very good set for how it is. Like how there's like two builds for a brick built creature type of set. Well, even though we did have that, or wait, we had that with the previous ones, but they were mostly just extra accessories for them. But in this case, is one of which is a whole another juvenile one. But at least so this which kind of two in one for that. So that's kind of so first time we ever had that going on with the Builder creature sets then. But also but at least you have one little side build, but also one that's connectable with the minifig scale what is it called? Forbidden Forest set, but and if compared to the previous minifig scale Thestrals, I say this which I think it does capture the appearance quite well for that. And then also this set does also work out as a good parts pack with like the leaf piece in dark blue and also a lot of Technic bits and also the wing cloth pieces as well and also the glow in the dark eye pieces of course. So and also those cloth pieces in black of course. And also and there's plenty of trans black as well. So obviously good to have that around for mocks if you wanted, but yeah. And as for the price point of it being like $70 for that, which maybe which is obviously $10 more than like than last year's Black Beak set, which that one had a bit few more pieces to that. But although I think maybe for the price point, it might have been taken up by the cloth wings or that or whatever. And but of course, it does also makes good sense with the juvenile Thestral in this. But yeah, but unlike but at least which is still quite good and workable for how it is. But yeah. And so now, if you're looking to get this set for your Harry Potter set collection, then definitely pick it up. And if you're looking for something to go along with the with last year's Buckbeak set and Mandrake and this year's Monster Book of Monster set, then definitely pick this up. And if you're looking to have some translucent black for your box, then and also extend upon the uh, last year's Forbidden Forest set, then also definitely pick this up. And that's about it for this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.